When you have already experienced death, why have faith? If you accept that you and everyone like you is cursed by God, why cling to his word? When you return from the other side as a blood-drinking monster, what purpose serves belief? Kindred build and are drawn to faiths for a myriad of reasons. The exertion of power over a flock, satisfying their hunger and their beasts, elevation of the self, reassurance of the possibility of redemption, a grand plan they forged or that was bestowed upon them by secret masters. While some vampire cults span the globe, hiding in plain sight, others are fringe faiths with morbid practices and ancient conspiracies lasting centuries. Others, such as the incestuous Clan of Death and the malignant Church of Set, arguably the largest vampire cults of all, believe in a destiny that will enable them to impose their wills on the world of the living and the dead. Whether for power, salvation, or transcendence, all kindred cults wallow in blood. They shed it in sacrifice, demand it of their followers, and exult in it, in unholy baptisms, proclaiming their divine glories. These cults, dedicated to blood gods, are among the most insidious, damning sects of kindred, and tonight they approach their apex of power. In all of Vampire the Masquerade's history, there has never been a book wholly dedicated to the diverse faiths and cults among kindred, the ways in which they practice, their relationships with each other, and how to utilize religion in your chronicles as a force of hope and destruction. Cults of the Blood Gods is the book you want if you're interested in incorporating ecclesiastical horror in your games. This book contains everything you need to have each kindred in your coterie establish a cult, cleave to a unique faith, and establish domains in the name of an ancient Methuselah, being of myth, or even the kindred protagonists themselves. Not only that, it provides the tools necessary to play members of the Clan of Death, once known as the Cappadocians, then the Giovanni, and now the Hecata, as well as new powers for members of a large number of cults, rules for creating your own religions, and an entire story set in Munich with ready-made characters so you can play immediately upon receipt of the book. Come, join the only cult that matters, the cult of the Blood Gods. When you have already experienced death, why have faith? If you accept that you and everyone like you is cursed by God, why cling to his word? When you return from the other side as a blood-drinking monster, what purpose serves belief? Kindred build and are drawn to faiths for a myriad of reasons. The exertion of power over a flock, satisfying their hunger and their beasts, elevation of the self, reassurance of the possibility of redemption, a grand plan they forged or that was bestowed upon them by secret masters. While some vampire cults span the globe, hiding in plain sight, others are fringe faiths with morbid practices and ancient.
And welcome, one and all, to the Onyx Path Virtual Con V5 Spotlight game for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. With me are my amazing cast of players who I will introduce. Make sure you wave hi and tell them a little bit about yourself. Let's start with the man to my right as far as the way the Twitch goes, Mr. Quinton from Near Dark Studios.
Hello, everyone. My name is Quinton. I'm with Near Dark Studios. You guys may know me. I play Alistair in our Chicago by Night Chronicle. And tonight I am playing a Nosferatu named Dustin Boyd.
Fantastic. Mr. Jacob Burgess.
Hi, my name is Jacob Burgess. I am an actor and a writer. I've written for a bunch of tabletop and video games. I've been a voice actor in a bunch of video games. I'm also the director of operations for a indie publishing company called Yisbert Games. I was for this specifically, I work with Onyx Path and have freelanced for a bunch of their titles, including Vampire 5th edition called To the Blood Gods, and just handed a first edition.
First draft.
It's a first edition. It's yeah, that's the thing. That's the word. I write and talk for a living. A first draft for a new book that I can't wait to talk about. and I'm going to be playing the Ventru startup CEO, Chadley P. Smith.
Indeed. Actually, Quinton, did you name your character?
Yes, I did. Dustin Boyd, and I
Dustin
work as a custodian.
With us as well is Matthew Webb from Jackalope Studios.
Hi, I'm Matthew Webb. I'm the creative director for Jackalope Live Action Studios, the creator of The Night in Question, the Sabat blockbuster LARP that's running this September. Still, cross your fingers. And interesting times. And I am playing Jack Moreau, Sect War veteran, and Camarilla Bruja.
And there's a strange person on the screen with a mask. It might be Mark Anderson. I don't know.
Hello, this is Mark Q. Anderson, and I am one of the co-founders and VP of marketing at Gehenna Gaming. Also worked our asses off to get this Onyx Path virtual gaming convention going. So super happy that everybody's watching and super excited that everybody's into it. Right now, people are playing games as we are playing Vampire. I'm going to be playing Shanti or Shanti. Just don't call her late for dinner. She is a Hecata voodoo priestess, and it's going to get weird.
This is going to be especially weird for me because I helped to write the Hecata, and I'm not playing. It's just, this is an odd night.
And I, when this character came to me from Mr. Def Malkavian over here, I immediately fell in love because I love the Hecata, and having you come and play, pressure's on, I guess.
Yeah, don't fuck up, man.
Last but certainly not least,
Totally least.
Mr. Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian E. Muller. I am VP of Strategy and one of the co-founders of Gehenna Gaming. We helped organize Onyx Path Virtual Gaming Con. I really hope everyone is enjoying it. We will be giving away a PDF copy of the V5 Chicago folios during this game. So one lucky random active chatter in our Twitch chat will receive a copy of that by the end of you will be notified that you are going to win a copy of it. You're not going to get the copy by the end of the stream. I want to be very clear because I don't want someone getting angry with me. They will be distributed after the convention. But yes, and tonight I am playing Shannon O'Day, a independent businessman who is here to help broker a deal.
Indeed. And I am Rick Wheeler, Def Malkavian, the storyteller. I'm the official, which the title might change. I'm the community manager for VP of Community Engagement for Gehenna Gaming. But
I think we already changed your title.
I mean,
May have.
I just write a lot, so I'm kind of like the new creative guy.
Yeah,
your
VP
team
of
below me.
Content development, I think now.
Well, there you go. I need new business cards. It's official now. Anyway, thank you for joining us this evening. It's so great just to be able to have so many people tune in and play with us. So tonight we will be playing a story set in Chicago to honor Onyx Path's Chicago by Night, which is my favorite city source book. I know, and it's hard to say because there's been so many good ones, but Quinton should feel right at home with his Near Dark campaign.
You know, Chicago's my favorite. So.
It's interesting you say that. I think you just mispronounced Call to the Blood Gods, but that's okay. That's fine.
It's not a source. It's not a city source book though.
It's true.
And
That's
once it's out, it might be my favorite source book. The manuscript
already
already
mine.
is so
It is my
good.
favorite source book, but
Yeah.
I mean, cults, it's a thing.
Mm-hmm. I think we've been introducing or at least incorporating cults of some kind in pretty much, I want to say almost all of our vampire games since
awesome.
before we even heard about Cults of the Blood Gods. So that's
really cool.
Yeah, the one
apropos.
shot I was running at PAX East based on realized content.
That's rad.
Anyway,
I was just giving you shit. You didn't have to
I would
tout the book.
I
That's
wasn't
okay.
even blowing.
we kill you with
Well,
kindness.
To be fair, it does say Cults of the Blood Gods on our overlay, so we should. Anyway, I'm really excited to play. This is actually the fourth time I've ever played V5, but I've been storytelling it for over a year, so I'm really excited to play tonight.
Indeed. So let's get down to brass tacks. It is Chicago, 8 p.m. at night. Many of you are heading to the Sears Tower to broker a deal where the Ventru clan has had a bit of misfortune as of late. You see, Horatio Ballard has a number of business interests, and one of which has come under the scrupulous eye of financial experts in the IRS, and something caught the eye of the Second Inquisition. The kindred who know that this is under investigation don't know exactly how they caught on, whether it was tipped off, human ingenuity, that remains to be seen. Not long after, the Ventru, including Ballard himself, were looking to get rid of this now toxic property. But the problem is it's still making money. So they needed a buyer, and they still wanted to get something on their investment. And tonight we have a Ventru and someone hired by them to represent those interests tonight at a meeting in the penthouse suite of the Sears Tower. Now, at the same time, the most interesting buyer has popped up. Unexpected almost, but the Hecata, who are new in town, have decided that this interest would be beneficial to them. Now, as a new unified family, formerly it was just the Giovanni clan, but these nights are changing. The Sombra are joining the Camarilla, the Banu Hakim have joined the Camarilla, the Bruja have mostly left, but we have a character here with us tonight who is still with us. Sometimes it's a personal choice. But the Hecata have coalesced from Samedi, the Nagaraja, the Cappadocians, and many other clans. And they feel they can take this business, move the overhead, the office staff overseas, and continue production as normal while reaping their profits under new names and international jurisdiction. They feel it would make it much more difficult for the mortals to track and deal with. And tonight, there's going to be a little quid pro quo, a little give and take, a little bit of negotiation. And to that end, the Camarilla have brought on a very special mediator who is impartial. He's going to try and make sure things don't get too out of hand.
That's what I do.
They're not necessarily the only ones in the building. Sometimes the doorman, the bellboy, the person greeting you in the lobby. It could be a kindred. It could be someone who wants you behind bars. You never know. You can never trust a nameless face. So tonight, we begin with Jacob's character and Matthew's character. Dustin Boyd. Oh, sorry, not Dustin Boyd. Geez, good way to start. We got Chadley Smith.
Chadley P. Smith, thanks.
And Jack Moreau making their way up the elevator to the penthouse suite where they are expecting their guests.
I would hope so. You do know why I'm here, right?
Well, it's either to keep an eye on me, keep an eye on them, keep an eye on everybody, or if shit goes down, you make sure that we're okay. Yeah?
Horatio paid me to watch after you. That means that when I tell you to get down, you get down.
I get you. I absolutely understand. And you know what? You do a good job here, I might keep you on retainer. How's that sound?
You couldn't afford me.
Everybody's got a price, my man. Everybody's got a price.
Believe me, considering my position, I know everyone has a price. I know the people who can pay it. You're not one of them. Maybe one day.
All right. It's nice that we have aspirations, yeah? Goals.
Aspirations are what really keep me going through the night.
Then you and I are on the same page.
I doubt it. However, I don't want any of those I'm a Ventru, I don't have to follow your orders moments at an appropriate time.
You certainly live up to your reputation there, Jackie boy.
Don't ever call me that.
Then
Oh,
how
no,
about this?
you can call me that, but there'll be consequences.
All right. So as much as I like this subtle threats on this elevator ride, really starts the evening off right. How about we start from a place of respect?
I suppose we can.
So you tell me. This is a negotiation right here. You and me. I'm starting on the bottom. You're starting on the top. What is it going to take to earn your respect?
Get through this night without making a complete mess of it, and we'll talk.
You know what I can do, right? You know why Ballard hired me to do this?
Let me guess, you have immense wealth, the ability to convince people, and the ability to manipulate and read people at an immense thing that you've honed through years of navigating the corporate world.
Actually, no, none of that. It's because I know how to take risks. And I know when those risks have to play. And I know when those risks have to stay. And I understand that messing with you and disrespecting you isn't going to get me anywhere. You're a man who knows what's what. I'm a man that can listen. It's not about talking here. This is why Ballard hired me. It's about listening. I'm hearing you. I'll do what you say. But you get the hell out of my way. You let me do my thing. Because these spooky fucks, they're going to talk a lot. We're going to take it in. We're going to bid the best deal that we can. We're going to look good in Ballard's eyes, and you and I are both going to profit. Sound good?
I've already profited, but I wish you the best of luck, and I'll make sure you're safe.
I'm feeling a little bit needled tonight, Jack, because you are a real prick.
I am. I've seen a lot of people die, and a lot of people get into a lot of trouble with Giovanni. Now that they're the Hecate, it doesn't matter. I don't trust them. I was in New York when all that went down, and I saw a lot of people die because they thought the Giovanni were trustworthy on both sides of that. So that's my worry. But I'm going to go with you. I'm going to say I'll let you take those risks as long as they're financial risks, negotiation risk. But the moment becomes a physical risk, that becomes my business. Got me?
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
We both have our wheelhouse. We don't have to talk to each other ever again after this night, you charming motherfucker. Ready to go?
Yes, we can. Let's go.
All right.
And the long elevator ride to the top of the Sears Tower comes to an end.
I stare at the numbers like they owe me money.
I'm sorry, Matthew. What's your character's last name?
Moreau.
Thank you.
The doors part. You see your reflection in them split. And before you, very dark but elegant penthouse suite with a large table. You were the first to arrive. There is an old gentleman up there wearing a tuxedo. He almost looks like he is staff at the Sears Tower, who greets you. My name is Maxwell. I take it you're here for the meeting.
That's absolutely
I looked at
right.
Chadley.
That's absolutely right, Maxwell. We are here for the meeting.
Very good. I will alert Mr. Shannon right away. He shouldn't be...
Storyteller, does Maxwell look armed?
Maxwell does not look armed, but you could be wrong. You can give me a wits and insight if you'd like.
I'd like to do the same.
You may.
3 successes.
Anytime, how many?
3 successes.
Anytime I call out a roll and characters in the room, feel free to roll along if you think that that's something your character would be interested in.
3.
3 as well. He's not carrying a gun, but you notice that on his right leg where his hip is, there is what looks like to be a 3/4 of an inch diameter shaft of some sort. You would expect, knowing that he knows what this meeting's about, that it's likely a stick.
Hey, if you could run along, that'd be great. And then I'm gonna like slap him on the ass as he goes out in that douchebaggy way, like, go on, get him, champ. But I'm gonna hit right where the stake is, so he knows that we know that it's there. And then I'll wink at him.
At first, you can tell he's embarrassed. He's angry for a moment, but then when you look at him and he feels that you've slapped him just right there, he knows the score. And he hurries off rather quickly, especially for his age. He moves very well for his age. You would assume he's a ghoul to be that limber for someone who looks 75. Not long after, a very large individual walks through the door. And would you please describe that individual to us, Shannon?
I wouldn't say he's large. He's tall. Shannon is a mid-30s, tall, thin but well built, white male. Similar haircut to mine, an undercut, light dirty blonde, light brown hair. Very handsome. Very, very cold, light blue eyes. Wearing very well fitted, expensive, dark navy suit. So dark it's almost black. Gentlemen, I see you are the first to arrive. Thank you, Maxwell. And
you are?
My name is Shannon O'Day. I am a third party, neutral third party who is here to moderate the conversation, shall we say.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Just big ass, like huge arm handshake, like really nice to meet you. My name's whoop, I forgot my character's name. Chadley. Yep, I got it. Name's Chadley P. Smith. And this is my associate, Jack Moreau.
Jack stands there with his hands in his jacket.
Yeah.
And nods.
Shannon grips your arm very tightly and shakes it. And
strong boy.
He also just nods in return to Jack. If you'll follow me.
Absolutely.
I will lead them to the meeting room.
One small note, this character has status 3. He is a known sect warrior.
Yep. It was a very respectful nod.
I will take that into account going forward. Okay. Yeah, we follow.
Rick, you're muted.
You follow him into the room. And not long after, a car pulls up outside the Sears Tower. A longer Escalade with a very unusual looking woman inside. And with her, a friend who looks much more suited to this meeting than she does. Shanti, why don't you tell the audience and the cast who it is you are and what you look like? You are also muted.
I am also muted. Shanti is a kind of, if you look behind the thick corpse paint and the unusual headdress and strange feathers sticking out of her dreaded hair, she might look somewhere around between 20 and 25. The clothes that she's wearing is completely moth-eaten with little beads and trinkets tied to them. She looks dirty and very serious, but also very bored.
And with her is a very pale but very well put together young woman, businesswoman, who looks like she's maybe late 20s, 28, long raven black hair, dark eyes, and it's Amelia Duncern. She sees Shanti looking like this is going to be the most boring night in her life. Says, "Oh, it's not going to be that bad, Shanti. Come on."
I'm only going because I owe you, because you took me out of there and you brought me to this city of death. There's a lot of death here, and I don't really want to go into this building.
And why not, exactly?
It's too alive. It's too boring.
What's so alive about a concrete structure made of steel that's practically fully empty at night?
That's a great point. But we're going to go into this room and you're going to say your words and they're going to say their words.
What exactly are you planning to say tonight, Shanti, other than we're buying this this potential bomb from the Ventru that might blow up in our faces?
Well, if it blows up, then it blows up. Maybe we can expose them in the process. They haven't been very nice to us, have they?
Yeah, we're also not here to start a war either.
True. And I do have to behave. And maybe we can get something out of it. Maybe some more death. Maybe some more lives. Let's see what happens. But I'll try to behave.
That is not the currency we're bartering with tonight, but you never know.
Cousin, I'm just playing with you. Of course I'm going to be on my utmost behavior. I promise, Amelia.
Okay, if you say so. They head up the elevator. Not long after, those who are already upstairs hear that familiar ding. And
Stand up.
as the doors open, you do see a 5'6" woman, very dark black suit, as I described her, looking very confident, walking through the doors, along with Shanti.
Shanti has a kind of a decorated bottle in her hand that she's kind of swinging around in little circles and touching as many things as she can on her way in, putting her little fingerprints on marble and touching buttons as she sees them.
Ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We're pleased to be here. I assure you.
You look at
I love this place.
Jack Moreau, just perceptible to Chadley, hums the Addams Family theme, a few bars.
Chadley takes that as a cue, sweeping past. I'm sorry, Ian. What was your character? Shannon, right?
Shannon.
Mr. O'Day. Sweeping past Mr. O'Day. Ladies, it's absolute pleasure to meet you. My name is Chadley P. Smith. I am the representative of the Camarilla here. It is my delight to start these proceedings in your austere company. May I ask your names and how I may address you?
You just call me Shanti, and it's a pleasure. And don't worry, we wiped our feet before we came in.
I didn't.
He just thumbs back to Jack. We don't stand on ceremony here. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, I like him. He points over at Jack.
You don't know me very well then. I'm Jack Moreau. A pleasure.
Give me time. I'm Shanti.
Oh, give him time. We've been talking for, I don't know. He looks at a very expensive watch. Let's see. 5 minutes? 5 minutes, would you say, Jack?
About that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like me?
I have no opinion about you. I'm paid to be here.
Right. So that's about what he's about. I don't like him.
Speaking of being paid to be here, I am also being paid to be here, and I'm being paid by the hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to commence.
Shandy's going to push
it's your money.
through. Shandy's going to push through the gentleman, kind of touching each other's chests as she walks by, and picks the first door to walk through. If there's any double doors, she would walk in like she owns the place, or doesn't.
They're all a little spooky. Shall we?
We shall.
Please.
And aside from your musical taste, Mr. Moreau, I must say I was a little surprised that you weren't also of the Ventrue clan with your focus on being paid and just, I don't know.
You see, I've long learned that chaos is an unfitting pastime for the Keepers of Eternity, unlike most of what my clan would believe.
And so you do your clan such justice, sir.
I have done them justice a few times. It's my least favorite part of my job, to be fair.
I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm going to flip open to screen and just double check that everyone supposed to be here has arrived.
Not long after you do that, the doors open. It's not Maxwell. However, he does hold the door for somebody quickly. And you see, well, tell us who we see, Mr. Dustin Boyd.
Yeah, Dustin's like, he's about like 19, 20-ish looking. He's really young. Looks really burnt out. He's wearing a flannel, some ripped up jeans. He's got a band shirt underneath, and he's just jamming with some headphones on. He's got a custodian card in. He walks in with a mop, and he's paying no attention to anyone in there, and just starts getting to work whistling.
As he opens the door for this cleaning person, Maxwell says, I do apologize. It should only take a few minutes. This is the night staff. I didn't realize that they were scheduled. I figured I'd let him do what needs to be done, and then he'll be on his way.
Fine. Thank you, Maxwell.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and walk in, and I'm going to glance at the table, kind of look at everyone, and do I get the vibe that that they could be kindred?
I certainly do not have Blush of Light active.
I do. 100%.
Definitely.
I will activate Blush at Life at the arrival of this supposed mortal.
Amelia does.
I fail my rouse check.
Then you, my friend, get just a wee bit hungrier. We're now at a 2.
And after I do my little circle around the boardroom looking at everyone, I'm just going to go ahead and take out any trash from the garbage cans in there. I'm going to whistle my...
When he gets close to me, I'm going to give the bouncer a look over his cart to see if there's anything hidden, anything that shouldn't be there, a gun in one of the buckets, all that fun stuff.
First,
Same.
I'm going to have Dustin. I'm going to have you roll dexterity and subterfuge. Actually, no, dexterity and stealth.
Very well.
Dustin, what are you listening to on your headphones as you're cleaning in this room?
I'm listening to Nirvana right now.
Of
Spotify.
course, the flannel.
Well, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 successes.
6 successes. Well, gentlemen, that is the number to beat. If you would be interested in seeing if there's anything hidden.
Oh, I got a 5.
5.
Yeah.
Do you want to succeed at a cost?
I will succeed at a cost.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
If he looks like he's paying too much of a cost, I'm going to stop him.
I want to, Shanti wants to look at this individual thinking that it's mortal. And she wants to learn how this mortal might die, utilizing fatal precognition.
So, interesting thing about fatal precognition is that I believe when you use it, it's not necessarily that you see. Oh yeah, you see their death. See, I thought for sure that it also made them witness their own death.
No, just me.
Okay. So give me the rouse check. Actually, it's a rouse check. It is, because it's a level 2.
Yep.
And please roll your resolve and oblivion.
3 successes. Pass the rouse.
So, Mr. Dustin, when you were alive, how did you die?
If he's gonna see the last thing before I died, then he would have seen Dustin laying on a piss-covered stain in some slum house with a needle in his arm, and there would have been a rather ugly bastard leaning over him and draining him right before he died.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is going to be fun. Shanti finally sits at the table.
Amelia notices you with a very different change in body language and posture and position, as you all of a sudden seem interested when you shouldn't be interested, and she keeps an eye on you. Now, we have 2 gentlemen who decided to succeed at a cost. So you're going to stand up, approach this gentleman, and adversarially give him the old shakedown. You're suspicious of his motives. You're not sure what's going on. You're probably a little rough, and I'll let you act that out.
So if I see Chadley coming up as well,
No.
do.
Yep. Nope.
I walk up.
He's back, feet up on the table. Just, hey, go ahead. We had an agreement.
So I walk up, and does this place have windows?
It's surrounded by windows. You see the sky drop of Chicago around you.
All right. You get the Chicago stop and frisk special, with specialty of beat cops and mafia torpedoes everywhere. I shove you up against the wall by the face and give you a pat down.
Easy, buddy. What's the problem? You're not a fan of Nirvana?
Is there a problem? We're making sure there isn't any problems.
Shit, I didn't think there was a problem. You're making one, though.
Well, this is one of those kind of Chicago meetings, kid.
Oh, yeah, I know. These meetings happen all the time. I do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Lean over to Shanti. I'm liking him more and more, actually.
Yeah, he does do a good job, doesn't he?
He does.
I pat down his pants, his boots, all that kind of stuff.
You don't find
second base.
anything on his person. He's a little
Then I
skinny.
check out the cart.
Dustin, are you going to let him check out the cart? He succeeded at a cost, so I would give you an advantage here.
I mean, if he's gonna check the cart, I mean, that's fine. If he finds anything, I mean, I don't have anything on me.
I check underneath the trash cans. I shake the cleaning fluid to make sure it's got liquid in it instead of something else.
Let's give a
Listen
wits
for
and
anything
investigation.
beeping or kicking. What's plus investigation? I'm all right at that.
See, it's this thoroughness
4
that's really
successes.
hard to find these days.
4
2
successes.
criticals.
He's yours.
Well, for the night at least. A rental.
You find
Good find. Good rental.
Mm.
one knife.
Hope not expensive.
Is there anything special about it?
It's more of a combat knife than it is a buy it at Walmart. It flips and unfolds, and the screw in it breaks in a couple of weeks.
So it's a legit kind of bayonet Rambo sort of knife.
Indeed.
I hold this up. You know, I'm not particularly familiar with janitorial work, but this seems a little bit much.
Oh, the knife? There's another one too. You see, there's a no weapon policy here in the building, and if I see anything laying out, I gotta confiscate it.
Well, he slips the knife inside of his jacket. You're not seeing that one. Where's the other one?
I will point towards him. I'll tell him where it's at.
Where is it?
Yeah, just dig under the towels. It's somewhere in there. I don't know. I just tossed it in.
I dig under the towels.
So you find it. It's
Same
got a
kind?
It's got a twin.
I slip the other one in the other side of my jacket.
Hey, where'd you find those? Just out of curiosity, if you don't mind. Name's Chad, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Hey, my name's Dustin. How's it going? You look familiar. I think I've seen you before, haven't I?
You know what? All of us handsome people tend to blend together. So where'd you get those knives?
I think I'm off of floor 32. Dustin, I just blankly stare at you.
I look at Maxwell and say, what's on floor 32?
That's private, sir.
Well, that private just kind of produced a couple of knives. Hey, Dustin, buddy, chum.
Yeah.
What's on floor 32?
I don't know, man. I just come here and clean shit. Offices. I mean, nothing weird. This is a Sears Tower, right?
Last I checked, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's not the Woolworth Tower.
It's offices. I guess it's some break rooms.
Just go about your business. I go back and sit down next to Chadley.
Right. I won't go grab my cart. You all enjoy the meeting or whatever this is.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Much obliged. You have a good night, man. All right.
I'll grab the cart and I will mosey out.
You stay safe out there. I hear there's people in here with knives.
Before you do,
Don't make me like you.
give me one more dexterity and stealth roll, Mr. Dustin.
One, two, three, 4. That is a 5.
Very well. And you proceed out of the room.
This town was so much better when the mob ran literally everything.
You'd probably see that floor if you asked him nicely.
Well, I plan on
That's your
doing everything
department.
nicely tonight. And then he
You-
winks at Shanty.
You have been a gentleman.
Gentlemen,
Ooh.
scholar, whatever it is you need me to be to get this done, I'm going to be.
Speaking of,
Are you done harassing the help? Can we get to do what we were doing here?
thank you.
I am not the hell. Oh, yes. Sorry. Continue.
I'm sorry, I'm just an uncivilized Bruja.
I believe we are here to negotiate a deal, correct?
Correct.
And I'm here for.
Chadley, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Chad. Chad's fine.
Chad.
You can call me Chad.
I believe that you have a property, a establishment that you wish to sell, and
Yeah,
ma'am,
absolutely.
I missed your name.
Shanti?
The other one.
Amelia Dunser.
Duncern. I believe that you are looking to purchase said establishment. So, if we
are.
proceed.
Absolutely.
My family is willing to offer you the sum of $15 million.
Okay.
What was
Like
it that Mr. Ballard
That's a
was
lot.
thinking about for a price for this manufacturing business?
I like that you're to the point, but how about we talk a little bit first? Get to know each other. Grease the wheels.
Oh, I fully agree.
Good. Good. So that's a considerable sum. That's a nice thing. I have a couple of just a few questions. Just we're gonna cross the T's, we're gonna dot the I's, and I'm just wondering, once we agree to a number, let's say, I want to know how you might be able to transfer that money safely to us. Because, as you know, this is a hot property. That's a very nice number. Very, very tempting, but safety is our number one priority. That's what the camera reel is all about. And you're an outside party. You're not part of the ivory tower. You're sitting pretty where you're at, from what I understand, but you're new in town. So what say you?
At least one of you have used a cell phone inside this room that I've seen.
That's very true.
You know, we're new to the city. We're not new to the game. That kind of have been funding your little wars with just about everybody, as long as I can remember. And I am from the Dunsern line. We are the bankers for the Kata. Transferring that money will be child's play. It'll be very easy. And now that we have merged with many of our other branch families, it's easier than ever. I am not at all concerned about how you will get paid. It will happen, and I will give you my word for that. See, I'm interested in a couple of other things as well regarding that.
Oh, I like you. That's slippery. Because what you said was, I'm not concerned about how you're going to get paid. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry to quibble. I'm so sorry to quibble, but I'm concerned about that. And furthermore, everybody above me is concerned about that. And we venture, we really up our own butts about lineage and things like that. So you haven't really answered the question. So I was wondering maybe if we could make that happen.
Well, let me give you an answer you might like. How would you like to be paid? Because there are literally so many ways we can accomplish this that it doesn't matter to me that way. That's why I said I didn't care, because I can make this happen without any percentage of this going wrong.
Well, that is why Ballard hired me. That's good. If I can dictate the terms of the payment, I know that I can move that money safely. But why should we move this property to you? You aren't part of the Camarilla. I'm just looking to be convinced just a little bit as to why this is a good idea for both of us. I like win-win situations. Jack, you like win-win situations?
I love win-win situations, sir.
Absolutely. I am very uncomfortable with you calling me sir. Please call me Mr. Smith. So, Shanti, do you like win-win situations?
I like safe win situations. And Amelia was so nice, since we have found a new extended family and a new togetherness. We've been learning from each other. The Samedi tech historically needed some help, and she informed me on how to, what do you call it? Kick the wheels. So I want to kick the wheels. And before we talk about crossing the S's and dotting the I's, I'm curious as to why you are pushing this business elsewhere, out of the Camarilla, away from Ventru hands, away from the Ivory Tower, and into the eyes of death.
That's
Well,
what you call yourselves. Never mind.
It's a choice.
It's not a competition, sir.
I believe our venture here would probably be better at branding.
Don't worry. I'm but a humble warrior poet of Carthage, if we're going that direction.
Ooh, like a Bruja.
As soon as you say
so excited.
As soon as he says Carthage, he's just like, come on, man.
Carthage.
Branding.
All right. We're getting off track. We're getting off topic.
Thank you.
I absolutely understand that. This is all incredibly pleasant company. But let's stay on task, shall we? Because we want to get this done. Now, your question to us was, if I understand correctly, why we're trying to move this property? Is that correct?
Correct. I'd like
well,
to kick the wheels and find out why.
All right. So it's kick the tires. Neither here nor there. As I said, we like win-win situations. This is something that we need to move. It's something that you want to have. I want all of us to be comfortable with this. Now, if I know anything about your clan, which is very little, but I have dealt with the Giovanni quite extensively, and no matter what you're calling yourselves these days, I know that they can get things done, and I know that they don't mind a bit of danger, and I know that they know how to do the laundry, all the ghosts with the sheets, and money. So it just seems to make sense that we'd offer this to you. You can do something with it.
Are there a lot of sheets, a lot of ghosts? Are there a lot of, I don't know, threats, danger?
Romance? Are you looking for a novel or
really
deal here?
Sexuality, anything. I want to know why you don't want this property.
It's because they're trying to potentially hand a bomb off to some rivals. They've got something that was worth something. I mean, technically it still is, but really the juice is not totally worth the squeeze anymore. It's being targeted. So you need to move it overseas, and we can do that. We're willing to do that. And in fact, on top of the sum that I had provided earlier, it was told to me that the Ventru were interested in the continuing profit earning from this investment they've put in. And I don't know, I'm willing to give you 8%.
8%?
8%.
See, we've put a lot of investment into this, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, more blood.
Tears.
Yeah. How else do you grease a wheel? So
we have lots of different types of grease.
It's not my business. Not my business. Whatever your business is, that's your business. It's not mine. The only business that is any of ours is what we're talking about right now. I would say 15% just based on what we've done and as a show of good faith. I think 15%, I think that's just dandy. And I'm glad we all agree.
Let's hold off on the we all agree part.
I mean, I agree. Jack, do you agree?
Jack is openly picking his nails with the knife that he confiscated. Yeah, sure.
So.
I forgot the sir that time. Oh, well.
Now that's acceptable. Perhaps you'd be willing to invest in Hikata interests on top of that 15%.
I like money.
So do we.
You could grab Chadley but to the side and pull him a little bit closer.
Yes, sir. Just a little conference with my associate here. Yeah.
If they have our money and you own them, that means they can put tracers back to you.
Yeah, I understand how finance works, Jack.
Yeah, which means that if they take heat for what they're buying, they can then put it back on you.
not how I do business. I understand
That's
what the
how
risks
they
are.
do business.
Didn't we have an agreement, Jack?
I was also hired by Horatio to keep an eye on you in a lot of other ways. I'm not saying no. I'm saying, this is whispered, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm saying, be careful.
I
I
appreciate.
lean back and go back to picking my nails.
I appreciate that, Jack. That's very good.
I appreciate you, Chadley, sir.
You are, and he just like leans over.
As you're saying those things to each other,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amelia leans over to Shanti. I think our friend Maxwell is standing a little too close to the outside of the door. Be a dear and take a quick walk and see who you can find. Someone's eavesdropping when they shouldn't be.
Gladly. Shanti stands up. Gentleman, or whatever, walks through the doors.
Where's she going?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm exploring. It's a big building. Maybe I'll find what's on floor 34.
Watch out for
32.
knives. And 32.
I'll find both floors.
I have a feeling that they're above and below floor 33.
They go numerically.
Hint.
What floor are we on?
The top one.
The top one.
I don't know what number P is, but apparently that's what it is.
Indeed.
That one's a letter, Jack.
You know,
Yes.
I keep getting that screwed up.
Please excuse my cousin. She's not accustomed to business meetings like this. They bore her. She'll be right back.
While I'm walking towards the elevator, I want to do Sense the Unseen.
There's actually
Looking around.
a double set of doors that open up before you get to the elevator. It's like a foyer area. But yeah, do your rouse check and give me a roll of wits and awareness. Subsequently, the hidden person may also roll their dexterity and stealth.
So failed my
And
rouse
let's
check.
see what your obfuscate is.
I stand up and lean casually in one of the supports between two of the pane windows. Casually in that, not casually actually ready to leap into action sort of way that your average bodyguard learns.
Yeah. Shannon
I'm
is
make you like me, Jack.
lounging in a chair at the table.
You're beginning to grow on me.
Good.
Kind of bored. A little concerned about the young woman who just left. But that's not his problem, unless it becomes his problem.
So, Amelia, shall we continue?
Yeah.
Apparently, this isn't a closed-door meeting. People can come and go as they please. Janitor's bringing in knives. I do have to say, Maxwell, not a lot of confidence in this so far.
Then perhaps next time you can have your meeting at Denny's.
I don't mind the Denny's. Nobody bothers you there. Nobody asks questions.
I look at Maxwell and says, "Who's your regnant?"
He does not answer you.
I see. Who are you under accounting of? I ask as a member of the Camarilla.
Primarily Prince Jackson.
I will have words about your words with Prince Jackson.
Are we done?
I'm done.
Thank you. Continue.
So, Amelia,
Indeed.
we'll so we agree to 15%. I will set up the means of transfer. I will make sure that they are safe, and I could agree to definitely listening to the proposals of perhaps some other Hikata interests to invest in. No guarantees at this point, but I'm definitely interested to continue that conversation at another time. Are we agreed?
We are agreed, sir.
Excellent.
We are very happy to take this problematic property off your hands and still reap the benefits of the thing that you have worked so hard for together going forward.
I appreciate that, and I look forward to hearing about those proposals. I'm always interested in new ventures.
Indeed.
Excellent.
And as she says that, we cut outside, where Shanti has done Sense the Unseen. You don't see anything unseen. You do see Dustin in that area smoking a bowl. Sitting
Hi.
right outside the elevator with a bomb.
You know that's going to
Jamming
kill you
out
one day.
to Nirvana.
You know that's probably going to kill you one day.
What? Oh, hey, shit. Fuck. You don't tell anyone that I'm doing this.
Oh no, no one listens to me anyways. I wouldn't tell anyone anything.
You guys done with your meeting in there? I wasn't really done cleaning, but I was gonna wait till you guys got done. But
Well, you don't have to wait. You can go back in and clean.
no.
if you'd like.
I don't want to deal with John McClane in there and getting handsy again. So
Yes.
Well,
Do you
so-
Do you mind?
oh yeah, sure, go for it. Hydro.
Blush of life. And she's going to take a heroic dose
Heroic dose. Oh man.
of the unknown substance that seems to be in, what is this, a glass pipe?
Yes, a glass pipe. It smells very much like a skunk.
You're so brave.
I know. So, what were when you were in there? What exactly were you cleaning?
Just emptying out the trashes, and then supposed to spray it. Well, now I gotta spray down the windows since my face was all over the glass. But other than that, that's about it. And I do this nightly. Just change floors night to night. I got a schedule,
Yeah, where did you get that knife? That other floor?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to tell the big dude in there because he looked like he was just looking for a reason to kill somebody. Those are mine. Those are definitely mine.
Oh shit! And he took it.
Yeah, it's all right. I got more of them. I mean, they're just knives. I bought it at Walmart, like $25.
Who are you really?
Oh, yeah, my name's Dustin. Hey, nice to meet you.
Shanti, pleased. I mean,
Yeah.
who are you really?
Oh, yeah. I give a big grin, and you can see my teeth are just serrated. Yeah,
Nice grill.
thanks. Yeah, I'm with Clan Nosferatu. I'm assuming you guys probably already picked up that I wasn't mortal,
Yes, you looked a little different.
Yeah, I look like Voldemort. I look kind of fucked up.
No,
But
there's nothing fucked up about how you look.
no,
Don't let anybody ever tell you that you look fucked up.
no, it's fine. I prefer it. People leave me alone that way. But trust me, no other janitor could just be smoking weed here in the hallway. Like most people just let me do my thing.
Your secret's safe with me, and she gives you the bowl back.
Thanks. Yeah, no.
Do you
So-
need help cleaning
Yeah,
or finding out what you need to find out?
yeah. How about this? Let's go in this conference room here. There's no one in here. I can divulge a little bit more.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
And I'm gonna head into that conference room.
You head into a conference room. It's fairly small. It's got a almost like it's soundproofed. Very two thick panes of glass. Small business table. Only 4 chairs with a small phone in the middle, like it's meant for private conference calls.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the door, and I'll look towards Shanti.
Shanti's gonna pull out her ritual blade.
You need the knife or something?
No, well, go on. You said that you were going to give me the full story. I want to hear it.
All right. Um, yeah. So everything that's going on in that room is, yeah, it's getting recorded. So, and don't even try to ask me by who, because I don't know. But I will tell you this: if I don't get out of here and I don't leave this building, then all that info is getting sent out. But I can stop that from getting sent out.
Whom does it get sent out to? In
Whoever's
particular?
blackmailing me.
Interesting. Blackmail.
I mean, I guess I do know it's another Nos. I just don't know which one.
Oh yeah, you guys bicker, huh?
I don't even know who I pissed off either. It's kind of fucked up. But I will tell you this: after listening to the conversation, they're totally trying to fuck you guys over. Like, this place sounds like a fucking dumpster heap. But
The property.
yeah.
What do you know about this property that I wouldn't know, that Clan Hakata would not know? From Hakata to Nosferatu, of course.
Storyteller, what would have Dustin learned about the property from working here?
You would know that it's kind of run down. It's like they have worked and put money into this, but only ever to do like maintenance. Things are in disrepair. It's still making money, but the employees are very disgruntled. They've been doing furloughs every now and then.
All right.
It's become like this issue with the public in Chicago, where people are very pissed off and they wish that things could be better, but they're not.
And does he know anything about the SI?
He knows that they know about it.
Okay.
And he suspects that maybe the guy who is blackmailing you is somehow also blackmailing the Ventru.
All right. Got it. I'll tell you everything I know, because there's no point in me not telling you here. And if I have an ally, it's going to make my job a lot easier. So, yeah. Basically, the place is falling apart. Employees get paid like shit. Everyone's pissed off. People don't show up to work. People in Chicago hate it. I fucking hate it. Oh, and then also there's the whole thing about the SI. They kind of suspect this place. So you essentially would be buying a giant target that's making money, but is falling to pieces every night.
That's what we suspected.
And then you suspected correctly. Good job.
Not the walls falling apart stuff. I mean, it looks nicer than my place, but the SI.
No. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they've got wind of it. So this place is just essentially a big target, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few months this place goes up in a big ball of fire.
So you're a baby Nos who pissed off another baby Nos and perhaps may be doing work for the SI. Is that
I think whoever is blackmailing me probably is also blackmailing the Ventru.
Well, that is leverage, isn't it?
It is.
I won't tell anyone that you're smoking weed by the elevators.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, like, I don't really need the job. This fucking sucks here.
Yeah, it does suck here. But let's make it suck more. Shall we?
Okay. I think I'm understanding.
There may be, can we possibly get, I don't know, a recording, a file, a tape deck, 8-track, anything of what's going on in that room over there while the boys do their boys talking and their little backroom deals. Can I get a recording of that? A copy? Yeah. A mixtape?
If I'm able to get out of here, if I'm able to get out of here alive, then yeah.
It's a deal.
I'm gonna put my hand out to shake.
She extends her hand and weakly shakes his hand. Well, go partake.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave the conference room, and I'm gonna head down to the elevator.
As you do that, you see Maxwell standing right outside the conference room you were at, and he begins to walk right back into the conference room, like the big one that everyone was speaking in. And Shannon, Jack, and Chad see that older man walk into the room, and he goes straight to the window. He's looking right outside the window.
Is there a problem, Maxwell?
And he pulls something out of his pocket. It's not a stake. It's a flashlight.
I grab Chadley
Yep.
and get him down.
Yep.
Give
I'm
me
down.
a Dex and Brawl, sir.
Dex and Brawl, I go. I don't resist. Jack and I had an agreement.
How quickly can I get to him? Maxwell.
Take you 15 seconds.
Did
have
I
anything you
still
want
have
to
to
roll?
make that roll, storyteller?
Are you trying to get Jacob down?
Yes.
Yes, but Jacob's not resisting. He's letting him.
Or Chadley,
No, then,
sorry.
Chadley.
then you don't have
Chadley.
to make the roll.
No, Jacob
Okay,
is
good,
always
because that
down.
was a bestial
Chadley.
failure.
Get down as he pushed him to the concrete.
So
Through the floor.
I'm
Get down out the window.
I'm sitting back in a chair. When I see him pull a flashlight, stand in front of the window and start pulling a flashlight out, I am going to stand and hurl the chair across the floor into his legs.
Please give me dexterity and athletics.
Yeah, no problem.
I have an action after this is resolved, storyteller.
Yes.
Just after this is resolved. Yep.
Okay. 4 successes. He is not looking. Does not have the benefit of dodging. He gets 1 flash out. The chair hits him. What is your strength, sir?
Right now, 5.
Holy balls.
The chair hits him, shatters the window as his body falls to the streets of Chicago.
That was not what I intended. I would recommend that we vacate this room immediately.
Storyteller. Before that sentence is ended, I'm going to grab Chadley and blink out of the room.
Yes, before that happens, I just had that one action after that scene resolved.
Yes, Jacob.
Just while Jack and Chadley are canoodling under the the table, he just kind of holds a small thing out to show Jack. It is definitely a listening device. Look what I found under the trash bin.
I nod once and then blink
Let's
through
go.
the doors.
Yep.
I
Rouse
will,
check. I pass.
I will look at Miss Duncern and say, after you, and then if she doesn't move faster than me, grab her and go through.
She gets up extremely casually and starts walking as well.
Casually?
Casually.
Cool.
And starts walking out. Jack is carrying Chadley extremely fast, and he is right to the elevator.
Is the elevator moving?
All of the lights in the building go completely black. And if you were in Chicago, looking at the skyline, you would see the Sears Tower go completely dark as is behind me.
Well done, you dramatic son of a bitch.
On that note, it's probably a good point to take a short break.
Now is a good time to take a short break, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We will be back in 5 minutes.
Couple minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes. Don't set a clock.
Go to the bathroom and come back.
Yeah. Take a break. Take a break.
Just
Be
don't say
careful.
bio.
Thank you, and welcome back to our V5 Spotlight game for Virtual HorrorCon. Sorry, not Virtual HorrorCon. What am I saying? It's Onyx Path's Virtual Gaming Con.
It's because we were just talking about VHC like 4 seconds
We
ago.
just were. That's awful. There's a reason they call me Deaf Malkavian.
Because you're deaf and you're a Malkavian, and you.
If anything, my eyesight sucks, sir.
That's true. Anyway.
Onyx Path Virtual Gaming Convention, by the way, is going to be currently raising money for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund as well as the Bodhana Group.
Yep.
So if you have not donated, please do. You can see there's a little tracking bar up here at the top of the screen. You can see how much money is being raised. It's for a good cause. You can find out more information about that on onyxpathcon.com. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching.
Oxal's charity.
Let's make it happen.
Also,
you'll notice,
just so people are aware, that bar is only tracking Bodhana Group donations because you can only do one at a time, apparently. So please go to the website and donate to both fundraisers.
They're both very important. Also, you'll see that on our screen, bottom right-hand corner, it does say Cults of the Blood Gods. Even though the Kickstarter ended, you can likely still get it on BackerKit. So if you are a fan of the Hikata, like this gentleman, Jacob Burgess is, because he did some amazing work on this
Thank you.
book, and we're very thankful for his contributions.
Or if you're fans of cults,
it's great.
like I am.
Or the Church of Cain.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good book. You should check it out.
Crazy obtenebration rituals. Oblivion rituals.
Indeed. To also shill our other guests, because I love everything these guys do. Check out Jackalope LARP. Check out Near Dark Studios. There's so many amazing things that the community as a whole puts on. Just do yourself a favor. Support all of them. We all love the same thing. Let's be that family that Mr. Jason Carl always says we are. Yeah?
Fuck yeah.
So, moving back into our story, we have Chadley Smith, who has been carried out of the room by his bodyguard.
This is a
Jack
reoccurring
Burrow.
theme for you.
It is. That happened in my last game too.
It definitely did.
There's something about this face that being carried. There's something about this face that makes people want to pick it up.
Indeed. So you are all now pretty much in the same room. Amelia has joined you. Shannon has run out of the room. You would probably see Quinton and or actually I should say Dustin and Shandi. Were you exiting that small conference room as you saw Maxwell?
Yeah.
Standing there?
We're leaving.
So not long after, you see everyone run into the same foyer area you were in. Everything goes black. The lights are off. The elevator is dead. The only thing you can see is that the two double doors leading to the outside are open, and a little bit of that city-like glow that happens when you have a metropolitan center with lights lighting up the sky. You can see a little bit of that. Yes, Mr. Shannon.
I'm going to close my eyes for a second and activate Eyes of the Beast.
So you do. And two dark red orbs. The light. It's less powerful than Rudolph. You wish it wasn't. But at least you can tell where Shannon is.
Are we at the elevators?
Yeah.
You are at the elevators.
These two double doors, do they lead out to a balcony of some sort? Or
There's two double doors behind you that lead to the conference room. There's two more doors that lead to a hallway. At each end, there's a staircase going down as you are on the top level. And a number of other rooms that you would assume to be minor conference rooms or serving like a hotel function.
who here knows this building best?
I know it incredibly well.
I put my hand up against the elevators. Does it feel like the rumbling of the elevator motor going Are they moving?
They're not. They are dead.
Alrighty then. What's the easiest way to get down or get up?
From here, stairs. But the stairs from this level change to different staircases when down a few.
You want to keep carrying me, Jack, or your call?
I lay you down. Don't get used to it.
I promise not to. I'll treat it like the special thing it is.
Do the elevators go all the way down to the ground floor?
They do.
Uncanny grip and prowess. Those elevator doors are opening.
And so they are. It doesn't take you any effort. You don't even need to roll for it. And as you look down, it looks like the elevator is maybe stopped about halfway. And as you hear the metal kind of try to give way, or for safety reasons, lock in place, Jack Moreau has forced them open. About as that happens, you hear something from behind you in that conference center. More breaking glass. And some thuds. Not long after.
SWAT, I say. And I look at Chadley and I say, "You're Big Spoon." And I pull you up onto my back.
Yep. I'll just hop up.
Storyteller, I'm attempting to use Sorry Leap and Uncanny Grip to basically do this down the elevator shaft.
Okay. So in this case, Soaring Leap, pretty much a given. It's dot one. You don't have to roll for it. What you're trying to do is very athletic. I'm not going to give you any additional difficulty because you are so strong that having someone on your back is not going to impede you.
If there's any way I can assist, I will, even if it's just moral support.
Hold still.
Moral
Yeah.
support it is.
Believe me, you're exactly as useful as I expect a Ventry to be in these situations.
To
You
get
can
to
do
the level where the elevator is currently stuck, you'll need to give me 3 rolls of dexterity and athletics. Jacob,
4 successes, no criticals.
What do I need to give you? I'm sorry.
Jacob, I'll have you give me a strength in athletics.
Strength athletics.
Yes, to make sure that you hold on appropriately.
Well, thank goodness that dice pool is 3. I'm gonna rouse the blood and increase my strength. I
You
think.
have played vampire before. You know that the vampire's best friend is his rouse checks, his ability
Yeah.
to use the blood.
Yep. Hey, I failed that, but I still did it.
You get a little hungrier,
Yep.
but you make it happen because that's
Yes,
the kind
I
of
did.
person you are.
Storyteller,
hey,
I
3
got
successes.
4 successes, 2 successes, then 4 successes.
3 successes. I hold on to that leather-clad bastard with all of my might.
And you succeed. However, Jack makes the first jump, grabs on. His fingers dig into the sidewall metal and concrete at the base of this elevator shaft. You jump again. Your fingers go to penetrate the concrete. The concrete gives way for a moment. You start sliding down, but you're fast enough and strong enough to kick off with your feet where your hands did not connect for that moment. Enough to turn as you're falling and grab the second wall on your way down. As part of that bing, bing, bing. And now you are about only 10 feet above where the elevator has stopped in the shaft, which puts you at about the 40th floor out of 60.
Unfortunately, we can't cut the cables because the automatic brakes will just kick in. I've tried that. The Matrix is bullshit.
It's good to know. I'm glad we're learning so much about each other, Jack. Are we going to try to save our business associates, or is your "I got paid to keep you safe" just going to trump any future consequence?
I open the doors for them. There's perfectly good cable.
Hey, you got a point. Let's get the hell out of here.
The moment that he would have went commando on the elevator door and decided to save himself and Rich Boy, I'm gonna go ahead and whisper towards Shanti, saying, "Hey, if anyone actually knows this building, it's fucking me. You and your friend should follow me." And I'm going to head towards the fire escape, and I'm going to activate Silence of Death.
Very good. Shannon,
Yes.
drawing on your memory and your knowledge of this building, you know some things that you shouldn't know. Let's see if you can recall those. Give me an intelligence. And what are we going to make this? I guess an insight. How well do you remember what you've been shown about this place? If you don't have insight, you can use survival.
I have insight. That will be a critical success.
Oh,
4 total.
And could I also do that roll as well?
yes. Anytime I say there's a roll, you're
You said
around
it.
the same proximity, or
Insight.
even not. You can't. Same. Yep.
All right.
Ian, Shannon, you remember, it was a while ago. You were here once with Horatio. He got spooked during a meeting with some Tremere that rubbed him the wrong way.
Mhm.
And this goes for you now as well, Dustin, since you remembered as
Yeah, I got
your
5.
lay of the land. There is a panic room that is made into a false wall in that conference room. It goes down its own secret flight of stairs, straight to the ground level, into a private garage. There's also sewer access. However, you know that in that room, there are at least 2 SWAT people who've entered the building. Granted, you still have yourself, Shannon, Dustin, Shanti, and Amelia with you.
I'm gonna look down the now open elevator shaft. That was a choice. There's a much better way to get out of here, and I'm gonna start walking towards that secret panel.
You realize that there's people in there, right? Are you planning on taking care of them?
Yes.
Well, fuck it then. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and follow Shannon then.
Shanti,
I'm following suit. Amelia, come. Let's do this.
This officially
I don't know, I
becomes a
kinda wanna-
negotiation thing.
I kind of want to follow the guys in the elevator. I'll meet up with you later.
All right, go with the boring ones.
She doesn't climb. She straight
Oh.
up falls
What are we doing,
and
Jack?
hits the elevator on the 40th floor, about 20 floors down. Her body
Your
hits
call.
like a rag doll.
Oh, it's
She
my
gets
call.
up,
Oh. Ah,
gets a little hungrier, but she looks all right.
I'm just hanging there going, oh, pleasure seeing you here.
Is it though? Let's get out of here.
yeah.
I agree. You mind opening up the access panel? I say, drawing my knife and looking very, very ready to just jump straight into it.
Yeah. So she bends down, she opens the access panel, pulls it up.
Just an elevator?
Yes.
Point of order, Matthew. Am I still on your shoulder?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Just kind of
You're
like elbows.
being worn like a backpack.
Okay. Great. Yep. Just
Very reminiscent of our Dark Ages game.
I have Cat's Like Grace. I will jump into that hole with him on my back.
I don't have Cat's Like Grace. I'm going to hold on.
Very well.
And then I bump you off my back.
I will attempt to land gracefully.
God. You know, you're tough, right? You're a venturer. You don't have to hold me that hard.
I just like you.
Don't ever say that again.
Man, there's a lot I never have to say again.
Amelia just drops again into the later.
Just lean over to Amelia. He's really going to hate it at the end of the night when he admits he likes me.
Sometimes those things are hard.
Where are the other people going, Amelia?
I honestly don't know. I didn't know there was any other way out of there. I figured the stairs, but I'm not sure. I could ask Shanti. She showed me something interesting, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Go on.
Seconded.
Mr. Shannon.
Yes.
Dustin, and Shandi, you're trying to get to a panel in that room that two of you recall. One of you can see very clearly. The rest of you cannot. You do see there are 3 men with flashlights in that room.
I want to
try and be very stealthy, or you can try and do something about it.
I don't do stealth.
How far away are they from us, from the door?
They're about 20 feet from the door you're at now. Shannon and Dustin would know they're about 15 feet away from the very important panel you need to get to.
If you can get a distract, big game, can get that panel that we need to.
I'm very good at distracting.
Good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use Unseen Passage.
Hey, give me a rouse check, sir.
You said
I get hungrier.
3 men with flashlights.
That's right.
You also
Dustin. It's hungry.
You also do they have guns?
They do. They would not have repelled into the room without them.
Cool. I am going to wait till they are not looking in my direction, and I am going to throw myself at them. Claws that I already activated, tearing into them.
I saw that. 2 of them are making their way towards the door. You kind of stand off to the side. The flashlights do not reach you.
Mm-hmm.
You're attacking 2 people at once.
Yes.
Do I correct that?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a little bit of a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to give me your dexterity and brawl.
Strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl at a -2 penalty.
That's fine. I had +2. So
I had a feeling. Are you rouse checking this dude?
I already did.
Okay. I saw you in the chat. Perfect. Amelia's eyes go completely black. Not that you would necessarily be able to see them because you're in pitch black darkness. And she begins talking to somebody that's to your vision, not there. Be a dear and go check on Shanti. And to her vision, she's speaking to a ghost that's bound to a fetter. It's in a $1 bill in her pocket. It disappears for a moment. And Shanti, you feel something that you've summoned in the past into the room with you. You're the one that summoned it. You can hear it. You know its voice.
Her eyes immediately roll the back of her head to listen to the voice.
Where are you going?
Out of here.
How?
With them. The baby Nas has a place or a way out.
Meet you at the bottom level. We're in the elevator shaft.
I don't want to go there.
Do you want me to tell her anything?
Follow the boring ones. Make sure they don't lose sight.
And she disappears.
Where's
That
the
sounds like
over
a
to
challenge.
I learn it over to Shanley and say, okay, this will determine whether we're friends or not. Which is more annoying, Tremere bullshit or Giovanni bullshit?
Really depends on who I'm closer to at that particular moment.
Good answer, but not the right one. The answer is Tremere bullshit, but by
It's always
just this
Tremere
much.
bullshit. It's just a little bit, but right now it's this bullshit, just by a hair. No, it's always Tremere bullshit.
Is this Tremere
Amelia-
bullshit?
Amelia speaks up.
Tremere bullshit.
They found another way. I don't know how, but they did. They just told me to follow you guys. So I guess we'll reconvene another time.
I mean, we made the deal, $15 million. I mean, beyond that, it was just wax on, wax off, whatever.
I completely agree. She pulls out her cell phone and turns on her flashlight.
Why are cell phones?
They can
Because-
track those.
Yeah, whatever. They have to know who you are first.
Okay. So I was going to negotiate, just to be clear, up to 20 million. But you know what? Let's call it a cool 15 and get the hell out of here. Everybody I give half a damn about is already in this car.
Shut
Let's
up.
go.
Need to
What
get
is your,
down a floor.
Shannon, what is your role?
5 with the messy crit.
5 with a messy crit. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually,
I'm kidding.
I needed to roll another hunger die on that, and I apologize, but it's already
Okay.
a secret, so.
Your claws.
Cool.
Where's the third one while he's rolling?
In back of them, taking a look at the other piece of glass that was shattered, as if in confusion as to why that one was broken. Currently, you would assume that that mortal is wondering if one of the kindred simply jumped out of some bizarre form of self-preservation.
How close to me is that third?
I'd say about 25 feet. But you could close the gap rather quickly, especially since the two in the doorway are a bit tied up.
I'm going to close that gap fairly quickly. And I also want to use Aura of Decay.
Okay. Let me handle Shannon real quick.
Mhm.
So, there's this lovely errata that came out in 2019 for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Feral Weapons now adds a +2 damage modifier to your brawl. Holy crap, causes aggravated health levels to mortals.
Yeah.
What is your strength, Shannon, on this currently? 5.
And I have a specialty
Plus
against
the-
armed mortals.
So 6 plus the 2 is 8. You connect and you go for their shoulders, but you really go right for the sternum.
Oh no, I'm going straight for their throats. Absolutely, I'm killing
Okay.
them. There's
go right for
nothing
the
about
throat.
this. I'm just killing them.
And with a messy crit, you go through them. Your beast takes over. It wants to help. Shannon, you're too buttoned up all the time. You gotta let loose, Shannon. Don't just claw them. Do more than that. Show them that they made a mistake coming here. Do what you really want to do. And for about 3 minutes, you frenzy and claw and claw and claw and claw until they look like Jello jigglers on the floor.
Yeah, I'm stealthing around Wolverine, and I'm gonna go head over to the panel, and I'm assuming there would be enough light from the skyscrapers and from the broken window that I could see in the room at least.
You can. There is enough of that. You find the panel. You're able to press it where you've seen it in the past, and it does open. There's emergency lighting in there. It's not great, but it's like every 15 feet or so as it descends.
And I'm assuming I would turn around after it opens to see Shanti charging this individual.
Yes. Shanti, you are using Necrotic Plague.
Yes.
Okay, you said-
No, I'm using Aura of Decay.
Aura of Decay. No one's playing it safe tonight. Did you give me a rouse check?
I feel perfectly safe. Thank you very much.
I'm sure you do. You paid for that.
I've got a jack.
They have the Seiko Inquisition. You have a jack.
Yeah. Cheers, Matthew.
I have a feeling that Matthew Webb just earned another accolade.
Failed that rouse check.
You get a little bit hungrier, Shanti.
Getting a little hungry.
And that is a stamina and oblivion roll.
Yep.
It
5?
sure was. Whoa.
While he's making that roll, did you show us successes or something?
Sorry?
What do you have for successes?
5.
5.
Yeah.
So for those who are unfamiliar with Cults of the Blood Gods, an Aura of Decay, a power that the Hakata have. Kindred with a strong connection to oblivion, find this discipline affecting the world around them, making plants wilt, animals and humans grow sick, and food go bad. Some harness this power as an aura, polluting vitality with rot, speeding up the erosion of life. It does not speed up the decay of dead bodies. So you've made your rouse check. Any organic material within 5 yards, but you're in that distance, starts to turn black and die. So the guard is going to make a stamina and medicine roll. You get a 5?
Yep.
He immediately suffers 3 levels of superficial health damage as all the bacteria in his body is no longer able to fight what is naturally good bacteria. Now it's bad bacteria. He's literally rotting from the inside out. His stomach acids are now seeping through the walls of his esophagus, his stomach. He's losing control of bodily function. He is throwing up, gasping for air.
Oh shit, it's like that scene from The Rock.
It's exactly like the scene from The Rock. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
While he's retching, I'm going to jump on him and just put my hand into his mouth and reach down into his throat slowly.
And he begins to gag. And he can't breathe as this undead hand fits into his mouth. He tries to bite you.
I push harder, and what I'm reaching for is a familiar movement and beating of a heart through his esophagus.
Your small, tender hands, the dainty hands, as our chat say, go straight down his esophagus. You feel this vacuum happen on your hand as his lungs convulse and try to breathe, and his body shakes. And you don't feel the heart. You feel the heart beating through what is essentially his windpipe. You're down into his lungs now. He can't breathe. Are you tearing through the lung to get to his heart, or are you just grabbing it from the inside?
I'm trying to caress it from the inside and push on it. Shh. Go to sleep, little baby. Just go to sleep, little baby. And I take my ritual blade and I slowly press it into the other side of his neck.
It beats and it slows and slows. And the knife enters his neck And it's almost as if you've commanded his willing death, that the life blood in his body shoots out like a Capri Sun that was punctured and squeezed at the same time.
Delicious. I can't help myself. He's just too delicious. Are you
drinking some?
Yeah. I need to. It's his life is leaving him. It's time. And I'm gonna take the best part, that last bit of blood as he's dying.
And your hunger goes from 3 to 0 as you take the very best of him. How do you feel about that?
I feel wonderful and happy that now his Loa can move through where it needs to move through.
Did you save him?
Of course I saved him. That was a prison.
Is the room like really creepily quiet right now? No.
I don't know. Am I still?
You've stopped.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit, big guy! That's like a fucking Slayer album cover. I mean, Shanti, yours was good too, but it was more like Cannibal Corpse. It was more on the fucked up end.
I can at least appreciate your taste in music.
I'm gonna walk over to the giblets on the ground. Can I look for a knife or something so I can replace my stolen ones?
Yeah, there's definitely a knife. There are
it's a gun.
Some Ruger Mini 14s as well.
I'll go stick with the knives.
I'm gonna pull like a handkerchief out of my pocket and start wiping my hands off, straighten my tie, try to clean up any blood that got on me.
I don't think your pants are salvageable, but you managed to save the sleeves of your suit.
As I pick up my the knives and wipe the bloods off of them, I look towards Shannon and be like, "It's like putting lipstick on a pig, man. I ain't gonna do anything."
I have a good dry cleaner. All right.
In the elevator, Dustin.
Can we cut in mid conversation where I just say, well, the thing about Giovanni shit, it's always the same Tim Burton, Jack Skellington stuff is fine. But Tremere bullshit, they say some J.R.R. Tolkien garbage, and you don't know whether the furniture is going to come to life, lightning bolts are going to rain down from the sky, or a bunch of trees are going to stand up, and how about them apples fucking beat you down? And I've seen all three. That's why that bullshit is worse, okay?
I saw one of them throw up blood and melt somebody's face off.
That's like the least of your problems.
Great.
Anyways.
I'm learning so much.
So you find yourselves on the 40th floor.
Is there a second elevator shaft?
There is.
Walk up and crack that one open like a cold one.
You do it. You jump it down again?
I look over at, what was our companions? Amelia. And then I say, I could carry you both.
You don't need to.
All right, then. I look down. About how far does the elevator go this time?
It's about only 30 feet. You probably only need to make one roll. And then with the rest of the way down, you could probably survive cutting the cord, letting the brakes kick in, getting off at maybe the 5th floor and walking down the stairs.
All right.
I like that plan.
I attempt to do that in a single athletic maneuver.
Give me your Dex and Athletics, Mr. Jacob Chadley. You can give me your Strength and Athletics to make sure you hold on.
Yes. Does my rouse check from before still count?
I'm going to say yes because it's the same scene.
Technically, yeah. Also, Shanti, that was really gross. Who would like the Hikata? That's disgusting.
Diplomacy.
Oh, I didn't realize we were taking a vote just there.
One. I got one.
It's hard.
Messy
You
critical.
manage. You messy
5
critical.
successes. 5 successes, messy critical.
You
That's not gonna be
jump
good for me.
so fast and so hard that when you jump the midpoint and grab on, you connect with the sidewall so perfectly that your companion who is trying to hang off of you slips,
Yep.
and the force causes him to fall and hit the elevator 15 feet below.
I'm gonna
And-
activate toughness.
You can activate toughness, my friend. Give me a rouse
Cool.
check.
Success. Good. I do not get
Success.
hungrier.
Delicious. So you're going to soak your fortitude's level of superficial damage.
Yep. That would be 2. I can soak 2.
So you're going to take 1. However, vampires soak half of all superficial damage.
Yep.
You walk away from this one unscathed.
I'm gonna land straight on my back and look right up at Jack and be like, "What the hell, man?"
What? Did I need to say hold on tight again?
Just double bird straight up the
Okay.
shaft.
No. This is
Amelia
our thing.
Does
This is
that
our thing.
crow thing where she just falls back and doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
I know this is your thing. That's why I did 2, because we're twice as good.
Burn.
Yeah, so she lands
bounce
next to you.
off. And I'm like,
And-
you win this time, Blue Blood. You win this time.
You're gonna.
That was
say
actually
it.
kind of good. I'm gonna remember that one for the next rant.
You're gonna say it.
So you wind up on the 5th floor. It's a very short way down from there. Amelia's sense of hearing is pretty good. She speaks up to the both of you. There weren't that many in security who fled to assist Ballard's friends, you guys. And the next 5 floors seem to be clear. I hear something on the street level. That's probably just Chicago.
I go and open up one of the conference rooms or offices, whatever here. If it needs a little bit of persuasion, I give the door some persuasion.
Okay.
And I look out the window stealthily without revealing myself. It shouldn't be too hard in a big dark building.
Oh, it's not at all.
Yeah.
There was light behind you for sure, but this is a good scenario to do just that. There's no squad cars down there. That was in fact a private security force that was specific to this building. Cops have not been called. There is an ambulance and 1 squad car at the bottom, but that's where Maxwell fell. And it's assumed to be a suicide. There's no other cars on the way, anything like that.
I look over at Chadley and go, how much do you weigh?
65.
And I throw him right through the window.
Cool.
Do you break the window first and then throw him out? Or are you throwing him
No,
through the
he's
glass?
a
I'm
Zendu.
fine.
He's tough.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy. You've decided this. And as the chat room has so graciously provided me, the storyteller of the words, yeet.
Just as soon as your hands connect with my shoulders to throw, it's just this deadpan. It's just like $1.65. Oh no.
And like professional dart throwing, Chadley Smith, Ventru, up and coming
Chadley P. Smith,
CEO,
thank you.
who has been selected for this very gracious task, has now been thrown like a javelin through a plate glass window, down 5 floors onto concrete.
Cool.
You have toughness on. That's
I do.
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
isn't it?
That was
Let
the
me
thing.
do one quick roll to see what exactly you land on. Land on a hot dog stand. And this vendor looks really pissed. And hot dog water splashes all over your beautiful suit. And you're wondering,
Oh, no, it's
why did
exactly
you
this.
take-
It's the
why did you
Mass
take
Effect
this
shirt
task?
and the this
Hmm.
is the CEO like, tech bro outfit. T-shirt and
I lean out the window and do this.
hold on. So what's the hot dog guy doing?
He's currently in shock.
Okay. I'm going to grab 2 hot dogs
Oh my god.
and I'm going to put them in between these fingers and then flip him off with the hot dog fingers. And then I'm going to turn back to the hot dog vendor and just say, "You're going to forget about this." And
While
then,
the hot dog vendor is distracted, I jump down with Cat's Grace.
yeah, and I'm going to bounce a hot dog off of Jack's head.
I'm going to activate Fleetness,
Yes.
and I'm just going to grab it.
Are you gonna roll for the hot dog?
I'll
Yes.
roll for the hot dog.
Yeah.
Dustin.
7 successes
Shannon.
to grab a hot dog.
I'm not gonna roll for the hot dog. It's not even, there's no point.
We need a character sheet for the hot dog.
Back to the much more back to the horror.
Yeah.
Dustin, Shannon, and
Shanti.
Shanti
Shanti.
make their way down a very easy escape route, covered in blood, and viscera. Well, not Dustin. He's just been cleaning. I mean, he's typical grunge. He smells like skunky pot, but he hasn't killed anyone tonight either.
I probably won't have to.
And
Dustin,
as,
I think you missed a spot.
and as you get to the very bottom floor, you find your favorite hot dog vendor looking like he's completely in shock as Chadley has knocked over his beautiful stand.
We see this?
Yes.
Todd? Todd, what the fuck, man? What happened?
It's a
Can
hot
I
dog.
walk over like that scene in The Godfather and just throw some $100 bills at him?
Make it a point in all of my games to try to never say no to players. So yes,
Okay.
you just make it rain on this guy who just forgot why
I
you're
just-
paying him.
Hey, sorry I hit your hot dog stand. I'll get back to my car. That should cover it. I drop $1,000 on him. I got the resources for it. And it's his money anyways.
Oh, we're more alike than you think, Jack.
I
Need of
Don't ever say that again.
I'll add it to the list.
I curl my hands into fists because I don't want to deactivate my feral weapons, and I'm just gonna look around.
Yeah, we need a car.
I would have parked nearby.
Yeah, where did the limo go that we were in?
Oh wait, the
Amelia has walked out the bottom floor. She didn't jump. She just took the stairs. And the car that you came in with, Shanti, is still out front. Gentlemen, I think we should probably talk in private about what just happened.
Yep.
Would you mind?
Yep.
You,
Absolutely.
Nirvana guy, you're
Do you
welcome
think
to
they've
come
clocked
too.
the car?
Oh, yeah. I mean, sure.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah, he's good. We like him, Amelia.
So you all get in
I
the
got no
car.
problem.
You all get in the car. You're all together.
Is this
Can
like
I-
a limousine, like a stretch?
Yeah.
I
Can I use premonition?
You may. Give me a rouse check.
Yep.
Resolve and aspects.
Thank gosh. Whew.
Four successes.
The messy crit.
On a messy crit. Oh my.
Shanti's gonna hug her bottle. Sorry.
What is it you're looking to see? Anything in particular?
Going
into this vision.
So this night has been this night has been a night of unexpected situations, some fun and some glorious, and others very scary and unexpected. And I just want to make sure that I can at least know where we're going or what I'm getting into, or at the very least, maybe the Loa can possibly, grace me with any kind of information that might help me.
You descend into your own mind, almost as if you were a person going to sleep and witnessing dreams. You see yourself going through some cloudy mist. You see Dustin outside of his house, leaving for his nightly work. And there's a shadowy figure who, it looks like he's got paper faces, like on top of his own face. And every minute or so, every couple seconds, the face falls off like a leaf dying off of a tree. And another paper face takes its place. And he's holding a camera. He's taking a picture of Dustin's family. You see him getting into a car. And he goes to a place it's weird to you. It looks like a place of worship. But it doesn't look like something that would belong here. It looks like something that you would consider to be a place of worship. Not necessarily anything that would exist in Chicago. So like you think on a little bit, and you wonder if that's just how you view religion in your own premonitions. But however he views it, it must matter to him. It's different. But you notice it. And as he goes in, down through a sub-basement, he's in his own private office with pictures of all of you, including many Ventru, many Nosferatu. Most of them are Camarilla members you've heard of, and he's scratching through names on a list. Particularly, the names that he's scratching out are Shannon, Shanti, Amelia, Dustin, Chadley, Jack. And there's a piece of paper on his desk that you catch just for a brief moment. Give me a wits and awareness to see if you can really focus in on this part of the premonition and find out exactly what this dream is trying to tell you.
And I think I speak for everybody that you absolutely have our permission to spend willpower if you need to.
Yeah, I'm going to take up that offer of spending willpower.
You may.
Thank you.
Quinton, Matthew, I think we're all agreed. Ian, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. The eyes have it.
Yep.
3 successes.
3 successes. You get a last name. Bordruff.
It's a horrible last name. Bordruff.
What? Gesundheit.
Does that sound familiar? Bordruff?
Does it? Storyteller?
You, Jack, have a status of 3.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to go into certain circles that a lot of kindred don't get to go to. You get invited to special salons and elysiums. They may not be your crowd, but when you crash those parties to push people around and use your own status, as well as Chadley. Chadley would have heard this name as well. Nathaniel Bordruff is a Nosferatu that has been in Chicago for quite some time. And if you say that out loud to our friend Dustin, he might know even more.
Bordruff, he's this Nosferatu. I never met him, but I've heard his name. He's a Nazi.
Bordruff?
Yeah, Nate Bordruff, I think.
That's right. I've met him once or twice. Unpleasant.
That's the paperman's first name is Nathan Bordruff.
Yeah.
So Quinton,
You
you were
know this
asking
guy?
you were asking me directly.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Bordruff is a kindred in Chicago by Night who is a Nosferatu. He hates kindred. He has played the political game and has maintained his relations within the clan Nosferatu. However, his ultimate goal is to try and make kindred lives as miserable as possible. He's a religious fanatic, and he wishes nothing more than the suffering and murder of as many kindred as possible. He was some kind of Baptist figure, I think, before in life. He was embraced possibly as a form of revenge, if I recall.
Yep.
But he does operate, and you would know this particularly as a Nosferatu, out of a church on the south side.
Yeah, Bordruff. He's a dude. South side. He has a church that he likes to run out of. He fucking hates kindred though. Like all.
Hey,
of it.
feelings mutual.
So
Yeah, I don't like us that much either.
I mean, yeah, we suck, but I mean, at least we like suck together. That's not sound right.
We're
No,
shockingly
no.
in agreement.
No, that's about how the camera really works. Yeah.
Listen, this is not the first limo that has turned down that road, but we have bigger fish to fry, gentlemen.
But
I don't know. I feel like making this guy's night really bad.
I feel like having Jack make this guy's night really bad.
Wait,
This-
what's the church? What's the church?
Yeah.
Amelia takes a look at her phone and she pulls up a list of 3 possible churches that are on the south side from what she just heard. The one that seems the most accurate, because he's a Nosferatu, the shittiest one, is Church of Christ. And there's a Nathaniel who's been on the board of directors for a number of years. I'm assuming that's a fuck up in trying to cover your steps.
Storyteller. Is this a currently operating church?
Yes. Not at night.
Still. I start. You hear something very unusual, which is Jack begins cursing in a slightly archaic form of French.
oh, calm down, Jack. Pepe is gonna be upset because of that.
Whoa, hey,
He's gone full
if
Canadian.
he's there, I can't help you.
No, Pepe. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move my shirt and clothes around, and a skunk's gonna roll out up onto my shoulder. Has anyone got any Cheetos? Pepe hasn't eaten like all night.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You had
Yeah,
a skunk on you this whole time.
yeah. He's my buddy. Just say,
Can I
hey,
hold him?
Pepe, say hello to everyone.
Hi, Pepe.
Can I hold him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't.
Amelia
No.
reaches out to
No.
pet the skunk, but it hisses
I
at him.
can't help you guys
Man,
if
Pepe.
he's there. Sorry.
I have I reach into my pocket, and I pull out a half rotten purple finger, and I hand it over to Pepe. I offer it to Pepe. Psst, psst, psst.
I don't know if Pepe's gonna eat people, but he could try. Do you like people, Pepe?
Pepe, get some people.
Jack.
Does Pepe eat people?
I call you
Pepe's
Jack.
got it.
Yes, you can call me Jack. That's my name.
What if he is?
These
What
days.
if he is not inside the?
If he's off the grounds, I can help you.
All right,
I
we
have a
plan.
thing. I have a thing. Okay.
What
What are those things?
I respect your thing. We have a plan then, I believe. I have a plan. I don't know about you.
Would you
What-
care to share that plan?
Yes, what's your
I'm
I got a
plan?
plan too.
Go inside and I open my hand and I have like 3-inch long claws on it. I'm going to sink this into his face and I'm going to drag him outside.
That's a good plan. I
Solid
like that
plan. Great plan.
Good
I like
plan.
this
Good plan.
plan. Yeah.
Happy to be a part of it. Let's do it.
This
Why
meeting
don't
is a
you
lot
just-
better than it was before.
Why don't you just burn down the church?
Point of order.
I like subtlety.
Also, that's going to attract a lot of firemen and police and lights and people.
I like subtlety.
Also, please don't do that.
Why?
Just don't.
The gentleman has asked. I will oblige.
Just point of order. Amelia,
Yes.
we're agreed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Amelia, don't.
I shake hands with Mr. Chadley.
Yeah,
Deal's a deal, but
it was a deal.
Oh, yeah.
they
wait.
have offended both of our parties, and I intend to see this through out of mutual interest.
And I'll just
Absolutely.
say, per my role, witnessed. So let's move on.
Deal. Let's make this
Technically, I don't have to do this, but I'm doing this because I'm pissed off. And also, I kind of like Chadley. There, I said it, okay?
I knew
Well,
it.
You
I
are
mean-
quite different for a Ventura.
You guys are like a cute couple.
Opposites attract, they say.
I am French.
Is that why
I'm in
we're
an
such
open
good friends,
relationship.
Shanti?
I mean, I like you.
I know. I like you too.
So, who's up for a spot of murder this evening?
Sounds like a plan.
I would like to continue. Yes.
Good. Good. This is a definite threat to all of our interests.
Driver,
That.
Church of Christ. South side, please.
How good's your driver, if I may?
Got a 3 dots and drive, so not too bad.
I'll just hang out back here then.
Are you going to help?
It takes a little while. It takes 20 minutes. And you arrive in a fairly shitty neighborhood to a very rundown Church of Christ.
And we're in a limo.
You are in a limo.
Should someone like stay here with the limo? I don't know if this limo is
No, the limo should circle and come back later.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say I don't think it should stay here.
Dustin, were you offering to stay with the limo? I mean,
I mean, I can if you want to, but I mean,
I don't care.
unless you guys
Hey,
need me.
Dustin, if we ice this guy, are you going to get in trouble with your clan? I know Nosferatu are tight with each other.
Oh no, I'm
Not
pretty sure
quite
this guy,
Bruja tight.
I think this guy was trying to kill me too. So fuck him.
Good.
Good answer.
Fair enough.
Let's talk tactics, shall we?
Let's. Can you give me a rough description of the building?
It is a 2,600 square foot cathedral ceiling church. The inside probably has about 50 pews. It's got a steeple. It's got a rec center off to the side. And out back, there is another building that's maybe the size of a keep house that would be considered to be like something like a rectory, where the pastor would live. As you kind of check around, even just walking up to the front, you would notice that there is a bulkhead that leads underground to what you would consider to be a basement. Shanti did see some things and might have a better idea of where that might be located.
I'm also going to look around for cameras, security setup.
As you pulled up, there
Yes.
were homeless people walking the street, and now they're all walking away.
Is it sorry. Is there a this is a church, right?
Yeah,
Is there like how old is the church? Is there a graveyard anywhere near it?
there's one like down the street. It's not exactly next to the church.
I see that look in your eye. Shanti, we absolutely cannot break the masquerade. Everything that you do does.
Fair.
So I think, if I may, because, well, tactics or planning and strategy is kind of my thing. Jack, I will absolutely 100% bow to your orneriness. If you have any suggestions,
As long
here.
as he's in there, you're on your own. I can't even cross the frickin' gateway.
As I
Right,
said,
but that doesn't stop you. Not that anything could stop you. That doesn't stop you from talking.
Right over there is the thing that can stop me.
From talking.
Oh,
Jack,
okay.
just for once, just tonight.
Chadley,
We've known each other. This evening has been the longest year of my life.
Chadley,
Yes.
look at this place. It is a dump. Would you not agree?
Yes. Please keep circling the block.
Why don't we just
Because
get out of the
we are-
car, knock on the place, offer him money or something, get him to come the fuck out, and kill him? Wait,
No.
no, he did try to kill us. He would know.
yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Oh, I hate this.
We
I'm
send
no
the
good at these
Nosferatu
things.
in to scout. Come on back. Tell us where they are. And then we send Mr. Kruger here in after.
Yeah.
Shanti, you can commune with the dead, I would imagine. There are not many that can do that. I would imagine that the dead make excellent spies. Yes?
Yes. Yes, we can
Perfect.
definitely send Loa in, but they would need something in exchange.
Well, that's why I suggest sending the Nosferatu first, who already has a stake in this.
Name's Dustin. Chad.
Dustin. Excuse me. Yeah, you can call me Chad. It's fine, man. Okay.
I mean, I don't even have to go in. I could probably just, I mean, there's probably rats around here somewhere. I could probably speak to some of them and they'll tell me.
I like that much, much better. Well, would the rats not also perhaps be on his side?
I could be very persuasive.
How persuasive?
I'll kill the rat if it doesn't talk to me.
Storyteller, the homeless and criminal element here. Where did they shuffle off to?
That
A little bit further down the street, all into one building.
I have criminal contacts of 3. Do I know what that building is?
Drug house.
I'll say, give me a minute. And I get out of the limousine and I walk over to the drug house and I knock on the door.
Takes a minute. And a very emaciated looking young woman with sunken in cheeks and some missing teeth opens the door in a bikini.
Eddie Two Guns sent me. And I walk right back in.
Her mouth drops, exposing those rotten teeth. That meth has decayed. And she just lets you in. Whoa, what do you want?
Some assholes hold up in the church over there. We need to lure them out because we don't want to do anything to the church. Protection. I need one of you guys, actually 3 of you guys, to tag the building, knock on the door, and run away and get them to come out.
And then we're clear? Are we in the good with Eddie?
Yeah, do you have a rifle around here?
We sold one about a week ago, but there's one more, I think, that we haven't sold.
Give me that, and you're clear. I'll even pay you for it.
Yeah? You're not going to tell the others, just me?
I'm waiting.
I'll be right back. She gets you a Smith & Wesson 30-30 repeater, lever action.
That'll work. Stick it in my back, Terminator 2 style. All right, go do your thing and then fucking run.
Yeah.
I lean out the door and give a big smile and a thumbs up.
Yep.
I used to be a really good runner. She walks down the street. She hasn't changed her clothes. She's still wearing a bikini. It's not a pretty sight. She knocks on the door. It takes a few minutes, and a very nondescript person opens the door. What do you want, Candy? Well, we have a problem, and one of my friends got sick, and I think maybe you should see, you should check on him, because I'm so high. I don't know what to do. And he walks out of the building. But he is looking around very carefully.
That's nice.
I am still in the drug house, correct?
Yes, across the street and down 2 houses.
I'm going to whisper at my bottle and send my bound wraith to follow them. Candy.
Sending Candy to follow them.
I'm sending my spirit that I have linked to my spirit bottle.
Yes.
To follow Candy. The method that just walked in.
And out of this bottle wrapped in cloth and a woven pattern, looks like it has grave dirt in it. The spirit that you and Amelia could see escapes as if a genie has been shot out of it and follows the woman down the street, leaving a trail that you can see. And she's walking closer and closer to the drug house.
I'm going to start
the nondescript man following.
I'm going to start walking down the sidewalk towards him. Casually.
Storyteller.
Yes.
I am activating prowess. I am activating fleetness, and I am rousing for strength.
Normally, you can only
Past all 3.
Perfect.
I'm going to start walking down the sidewalk towards them.
So, like, you're leaving the car.
Oh, I've already been outside of the car.
Oh, where are you? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! You already doing this? Is this going down?
I am standing right in front of the drug house door, waiting patiently with my knife drawn.
We should probably get behind them so he can't get back into the church. Shanti, Shanti and Amelia, you are able to see things well, yes?
Well, we just have to follow the yellow brick road.
Great. So is that a yes?
That's a yes.
Fantastic. Amelia?
Yes, I'm ready.
Excellent. Please make sure he doesn't go anywhere if he decides to fade from all the rest of our sites. We'll need to rely on the 2 of you.
Shanti, the wraith you have in your bottle, there are many different kinds of wraiths in the world of darkness. This one is a screamer. Mysterious, terrifying. They manifest in the skinlands. Kind of like a banshee, a roar that is filled with anger or fear that they exude. And they pretty much give off the vampiric discipline of dread gaze to whoever they appear before and scream at. Is this something you want to use on Bordruff? Who, by the way, as Shannon has been walking towards him on the street,
Casually.
you see that he's looking paranoid, like an elder vampire would at a situation like this.
I'm actually actively trying to get his attention.
He does not see you as a danger.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. I'm my car. I flat tire. My car broke down. I'm trying to figure out where I am and get some help here. I'm gonna roll manipulation and subterfuge.
Please do.
You just
I think
saved
this
him.
would be a good opportunity to everybody gets into position.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the car with unseen passage. I'm gonna rouse.
Okay.
6
I'm
with
just-
a crit.
I'm just gonna get out of the car.
6 with a crit.
Yeah, I'm good at manipulation.
What's he doing?
He's listening to you. Oh my God, you made him a believer.
So is it my car broke down? I think I have a flat. I'm just trying to figure out where I am.
All right.
And
In the south side.
yeah, but I need to give directions to AAA to get a lift out of here. Can you? And I'm gonna keep walking closer to him.
Yeah, look at the numbers on the house.
Yeah, but like I'm in the middle of a street. What street is this?
Hawka Street,
Keep walking closer.
332.
Keep walking closer.
Can I see this through the windows in the front of the house?
Yes.
I attempt to go out the front door stealthily.
Okay.
And I want to stealth into. I'm assuming the church has like a yard, like a front yard.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. If there's a gate or something on the side, I'm gonna hop over it and move stealthily up behind.
4 successes.
He's too focused on the man in front of him to notice what you're doing, Mr. Moreau. Quinton, you're able to hop that fence fairly easily. It's only like 3 feet high. You're a kindred. Shanti, your wraith is getting real close to it.
I'm going to be walking as if I'm just some random crackhead walking towards a crack house.
Believable.
I'm staying in the car.
Smart.
So does he let me walk basically right up to him as I'm trying to get more information from him and acting very disarming?
As you get about 5 feet away, he starts backing up and he's like, I've told you what you need to know.
I would like to grapple him from behind.
Give me a dex and brawl.
And I am going to slam my hand into his face, and I'm going to sink the feral claws that I still have active into his eyes.
While that's happening, I'm also going to make the screamer scream in his face.
So those are your intentions.
Remind me what a specialty in grappling will give me.
An extra die.
And I'm gonna cartwheel back so I don't get hit by it.
That's a good thing to do.
Shanti, please no. Shanti, please no. Oh, I'm just in the car. Just
I'm walking towards in a very excited pace.
Oh yeah, Chadley can't do anything about this. He's just in the car freaking out.
7
Unless somebody's
successes
gonna do it.
Oh,
and 2 criticals.
yikes. Oh, Bruja gonna Bruja.
Can you give me each of you who is involved in this combat to determine who's going to go first? A dexterity and wits. Now that we've been. Oh, okay. So Ian's got a camera there. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least.
The wolf heads are crits.
I can't tell. So you got 3. All right. Well,
I have 7 success.
Okay.
Nice.
Ian, can you give me that
Thank you.
dex and wits?
Dex and wits, yeah.
Yeah.
That was for my melee, by the way.
Oh yeah.
My dex and wits was 3.
You still beat Borgruff.
Four.
Mr. Webb goes first with his action.
I
You
have him
7
grappled.
successes, right?
Mhm.
You've got him grappled, like a full Nelson.
I think around the arms and the shoulders.
Okay.
and I would like to brutal feed on him.
Oh,
Oh man.
His arms go up. You lock him in place. Your fangs descend upon his neck. He takes an immediate 2 levels of aggravated damage.
And what's the roll for that?
Well, you've already did it because you grappled him.
All
enough.
right.
He's not moving.
Do I lose a level of hunger?
Depends on how much you're taking, sir. Brutal feed allows you to feed very fast.
I'm going to take as much as he can give me.
Awesome.
As he closed the core book. Accidentally with a click of a button.
I am not, however, going for his soul. There's a lot of things that I want out of life, but a Nosferatu in my head is not one of them.
Indeed.
that never happens. Please,
So-
Diablerie happens cleanly every time.
Absolutely.
Especially in one-shots. For those listeners at home who are not familiar with Brutal Feed, a vampire can drain a human in seconds. Usually within a single turn, every point of hunger slaked causes an aggravated health damage to that mortal. However, using Brutal Feed on a vampire only does superficial damage on their dead and inert organs. In combat, it comes immediately after a successful brawl attack using your fangs. Armor does not protect against Brutal Feed. Storytellers may decide such mutilations killing warrants stains. So I'm going to let you take 2 hunger off of your current, and he is currently at your mercy.
Wow.
I hold him for Shannon to help to deal with it.
Oh yeah, I don't stop. That doesn't change anything about my action.
So you got the 7 successes, right?
7 with a crit, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I am going to slam my feral claws into his face, sinking 2 of them through his eyes, another one in through his cheek, and I'm just going to twist and rip his face completely off. Like chunks of his skull.
You have a lot of strength.
Yes, I have 5.
5. You have a +2 with your attack here. You got a 7 to hit. You're doing over 7 damage. He already took 2 from Mr. Moreau's feeding. In a very swift motion, your fingers go through his head, through his skull, and you take it with you. And it's all over the streets. Bone, flesh, brains, sinew, and viscera. And Nathaniel Bordruff, whose fangs, Mr. Moreau's teeth are still in him, he starts to turn to ash. As we're only able to pull 2 out.
Storyteller,
Yes.
how many mortals saw that?
Let's consult the bones.
I grab candy, by the way.
Candy and 3 homeless people.
Candy and 3 homeless people?
How far away are the homeless people?
One of them is running down the street.
I'm running right after it.
Towards the car?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good. I can
What's-
just like step out of the car, grab him, and cloud memory. And I'm going to go around to everybody who saw everything and use cloud memory as swiftly as I can.
Which is a free action towards mortals and automatic success. They forget the last 15 minutes.
Yep.
Grabbing candy, I look over at Shannon and go, Jesus, Shamu, warn me about the splash zone next time.
I look over
Hey,
at Jack.
just like
Jack, does
Chad,
she need
Shaking bits of skull. with
Flashy
my hand.
thing. Yeah,
Got it.
flashy thing.
Yep,
Got
yep.
it.
Yep. Just go over. You need to forget about this night. go home.
I'm going home.
Yep. So I go around to everybody and I'm just like, nobody kills anybody. Doesn't need to happen. And just go around and cloud everybody's memory.
Amelia Duncern also gets out of the car watching you do this, and she's like, I like your style there. That was good. That was effective.
Masquerade.
Thanks.
I'm happy we made this deal, and I hope we can make more in the future.
Same.
Shanti is going to go to the ashes that are collected onto the ground. Bring her wraith back to its little house and pop the cork back in. And she's going to collect some of the ashes, kind of sprinkle them in a little bit of a couple of shapes around on the concrete or on the road. Take some ashes, put it in her pocket, and kiss the road.
I don't know,
Could you
Jack.
not be creepy for 2 minutes? Forget I asked.
She's great at parties. Let me tell you.
He's moved on, and we need to respect that.
Yeah, I don't know, Jack. I think the Giovanni bullshit's starting to catch up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
By
I
the
stick
way-
to financials, so that's all of them.
Yeah. By the way, Jack,
Second cousins.
respect.
Yeah, Jack. Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
Mr.
I knew you were going to say that.
Mr. Dustin, are you checking out the basement of this church?
I am.
As you go down there, you see much of what Shanti had seen in her visions. You see lists of kindred in the area, some of whom are already dead, others whom plans have been set in motions like dominoes that have been knocked over, waiting for the right domino to fall. You could warn people about some of the things that posthumously will still happen. Possibly get some boons out of it. Or living where you've lived, dealing with what you've dealt with, having your view of kindred society and what they've put you through, especially the things you've seen tonight, you can choose to do nothing and allow those things to unfold. Less lions on the savannah means more gazelle for you. What do you do about it?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and I'm going to snag everything that is important. Everything that I can grab as fast as I can, because I dipped the moment they started getting into a fight. And as soon as I got everything that I can carry, I'm out. I go to the nearest sewer and I get the fuck out of there while they're still outside dealing with ashes and people getting mind fucked.
Smart.
And with that, a business deal that could have gone very south somehow built a bridge. A murderer who's been taking down kindred in the domain for who knows how long has been killed. Shannon's job is done. Chad brokered a deal that many thought was going to explode. Jack protected exactly who he was going to protect and more. He protected the Masquerade. All of you did. Shandi experienced exactly what Shandi wanted to experience. She thought this night was going to be very boring. Instead, it was the quintessential Shandi night. And last but not least, Dustin. How does Dustin view this night and what happened? Witnessing all the things that you're not usually privy to.
Tonight was profitable.
What is Jack Moreau's view on this night?
Just another bullshit set of kindred crap. But Chad's okay.
Chad. What does Chad feel about the events that have inspired and unfolded?
Did what I do, baby. And I made a new friend. Now I'm
Don't
gonna
ever say that.
I'll add it to the list.
Shannon,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the events that have unfolded, how you handled them, and how things will go from here?
Well, I have a very expensive dry cleaning bill to deal with, and my job, and I got paid. So, all in all, it was another night.
So it was. Shanti, last but not least, you thought this was going to be more figures and numbers and babysitting. You're muted, by the way.
It's easy to underestimate people. And I underestimated the Camarilla. And I underestimated the importance of boring business meetings and security and the abilities of those kindred whom I neither respect nor trust. And the Loa must always be respected. Memento Mori, and I have a baby Nas to talk to.
And with that, that concludes our fantastic V5 Spotlight with some of our absolute favorite players that we are so happy to have here. Mr. Webb, Quinton, Jacob, thank you for joining us weirdos at Gehenna Gaming for our Onyx Path virtual con game. I would love to play with you guys again. And I had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Giovanni bullshit is okay. Worse than Tremere bullshit.
Thank you so much, everyone who tuned in.
Yeah.
Make sure that I think the donation ticker is possibly still going
Oh, yeah.
for our two.
We're almost at 50% already.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Congratulations to Puppy Lover, who won the
Yes.
Chicago Folios PDF, which is an amazing supplement. I am
Yep.
super excited for the Streets Run Red, which is going to follow it. And, we've got a lot of other great things coming along the pipeline this weekend. I want to especially thank Ian and Mark for all of their hard work for this Onyx Path Con. They have been putting in so much stress and pain and behind the scenes stuff while I worked a regular job. And basically prepped the one shots I could prep. Those guys are the true heroes of this thing, along with the great crew at Onyx Path. And thank you for everyone who showed up and the family.
Thank you.
All the other players for the
thanks
other
a lot.
games coming this weekend. So
100%.
stay tuned. We've got some great other stuff we're doing with a lot of the same faces here. So stay tuned this weekend. Thank you for joining us.
Tune in
yeah.
Sunday for me doing Mage.
Yep.
Yes.
Sunday evening, I'm doing They Came From. Now I actually
Saturday.
do have a question. Or Saturday, excuse me. Yes, today is Friday.
It's
Oh my god.
Day
today's-
one of Onyx Path Virtual Gaming Convention. Oof.
If I wanted to follow everybody on Twitter, where would I do that?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jacob. Good.
Thank
on
you, Jacob.
Well, you can follow Gehenna Gaming at Gehenna Gaming. You can follow me at Ravnos. But most of the people watching probably already know that. So where can people find you, Matthew?
If you want to follow Jackalope Live Action Studios, we're at Jackalope LARP. And if you want to follow me, I am Matt Stormcrow.
What about you, Quinton?
If you want to follow me, you can follow me at Feral Gent on Twitter, and then you can also follow Near Dark Studios as well. Not only do I play Alistair for our Chicago by Night Chronicle, but I also DM for our Dungeons and Dragons game as well. So there's a bunch of stuff at Near Dark.
And Jacob.
If you want to follow me, that's Jacob Burgess VO on Twitter. I'm going to be around tomorrow for the game of the evening, but there's also with the Yizard Games, the publisher that I work for, that I'm the director of operations from. We're doing the Guerrilla Collective event, which is happening in the morning, which I think happens before anything gets rolling, I hope. And a lot of new video games and things coming out. We got something new to show everybody tomorrow morning. I'm very excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Mark, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Marchosius with 5s instead of S's, but find me on our Gehenna Gaming Discord. And more importantly, keep watching Onyx Path Virtual Gaming Convention.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the very first panel, which I'm super, super excited about, is What's Up with Onyx Path. That's with Rich Thomas, Ian Watson, Matthew Dawkins, Dixie Cochran, some of my favorite people of all time. Saturday is going to be jam-packed. There's actual plays. There's all sorts of really cool panels. And thank you for being engaged and donating and checking us all out.
You're awesome. And last but not least, Rick, where can people find you online?
My full name, Rick Wheeler. You can find me pretty much easily that way. And at Def Malkavian on Twitter. Tomorrow night, I am running Mummy the Cursed 2nd Edition for the first time. It's going to be my first Chronicles of Darkness game, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I love the lore and system that they've made for Mummy 2nd Edition. It's so cool.
Yep.
So that's going to be super fun. I planned a really cool scenario for that one because it's non-linear storytelling.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty interesting.
Neat.
So yeah, the action is not over tonight. If you're going to stay up and keep watching stuff, there's a Legend Lore game going on over on the Onyx Path channel. But then we resume again at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning with, like Mark said, that panel, as well as a fantastic Vampire 5th Edition game running on our channel here, run by the Primogen. So tune into whichever meets your fancy.
Yes,
And
come talk with us on chat, pour a cup of Death Wish coffee, and let's get into it.
Hey,
Cool.
where can they find you, Muller?
I said I started.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He started, yeah.
I
don't listen to
got
you,
this
so-
train rolling.
I don't ever listen to anything you say. So
Awesome. So don't go anywhere.
Hey,
We're gonna
that's a good Jack
Hey.
line.
we're gonna push everyone over to check out Legend Lore and make sure you tune in again tomorrow morning. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in and don't go anywhere.
thanks for
Awesome.